Jake Paul's California mansion has been raided by the FBI, multiple news organizations report. You can see in this aerial footage agents in uniform outside his home in...
Bro, we're on him, dude.
Hello?
Jesus. Come on, bro. Come on, dude. This is fucked.
Talk bullshit, but where does he go from here? What does he do? I'm not even arsed, man. I can't be arsed with this bullshit anymore, this clown world. It's a joke shop. It's just a big fucking... It's just an absolute...
Jake Paul in complete meltdown. After FBI arrests him for sabotaging Anthony Joshua's car, the shocking news has finally broken. The FBI has arrested Paul for allegedly sabotaging Anthony Joshua's car, leading to the terrifying accident. Fans are flooding social media, connecting Joshua's tweets to Paul's actions, and the boxing world is left in disbelief over this explosive scandal.
According to TMZ, a quote, small militia in armored trucks wearing SWAT and/or tactical gear was seen leaving his house.
Jake Paul is now under FBI investigation over his alleged role in Anthony Joshua's car accident. The Paul brothers are facing mounting pressure as questions about their involvement spread across social media. Boxing fans and insiders are stunned, trying to piece together what really happened, and the scandal is rapidly becoming one of the sport's most shocking controversies.
Yo, can you do this? Yo, no, this.
Yo, chill,
Yo,
dude.
this.
Frank Smith doesn't hold back on the Paul brothers, calling their actions reckless and inexcusable. He points out that while most people could never pull off something like this, the Pauls have managed to put themselves in an impossible situation. Their careless behavior has shocked fans and left the boxing world questioning their judgment.
I could never do what he did. Yeah. Most people in the world could never do what he did. But he's got himself into this position.
Eddie Hearn didn't hold back, slamming the Paul brothers for their involvement in Anthony Joshua's car crash. He calls their actions premeditated and reckless, emphasizing how dangerous and unacceptable this behavior was. Fans and insiders are stunned as Hearn's fury highlights just how serious the consequences could be for Jake Paul.
What was it, about an hour ago? So I guess everything's calmed down a little bit. I thought it was a bitch move, if I'm honest, because anytime an attack like that is like premeditated.
Duke McKenzie doesn't hold back, calling out Jake Paul for being completely out of his depth. He emphasizes that boxing has levels, and Paul has no business being in this arena. Fans are agreeing online, shocked at how reckless Paul's actions have been, and the criticism from legends keeps piling up.
Said, and everybody knows, he's not a real boxer. There's levels to this game, and he was way out of his level, way out of...
Joe Rogan raises serious concerns about Anthony Joshua's condition after the crash. He questions whether Joshua suffered lasting damage and whether he'll ever fully recover. Fans are worried too, as the uncertainty adds another layer of tension to this scandal. The incident proves just how dangerous Paul's alleged sabotage truly was.
What happened to him when he survived, right? Like, did he hit his head? Did he hit his neck? Like, what is he okay? Like, is he 100%? Or is he always gonna be a little fuck from that? There's another angle. Wow. Jesus.
Pain Game points out just how severe Joshua's accident was. Even a man trained to endure extreme punishment would struggle to recover from this. Every detail of the crash matters, and it's clear that Joshua was lucky to survive. Fans are shocked, realizing the gravity of the situation and the risks caused by Paul's alleged actions.
Such a severe car accident there. Like, all right, he's lucky enough to still be alive, but fuck me, his body must be going through a lot right there. This is not a man who winces in pain easily, right? He gets punched for a living. And obviously, like, you're supposed to take people out of car accidents like that with great care because you don't want to...
Johnny Nelson delivers a heartfelt perspective, reminding everyone that life is far more valuable than any fight or rivalry. The tragedy of Joshua's accident puts everything into perspective, highlighting the human cost. Fans are reflecting on the loss and the danger involved, while the boxing world is shaken by the consequences of reckless actions.
It's just sad. It just makes you realize how valuable life is and how things can change in a heartbeat. So when we talk about fights and we talk about beefs and, you know, these things are just nothing when it comes to real life and losing a life. So it was a sad thing to hear, a sad thing to see. God knows how it'll affect those that saw it mentally, emotionally. But you've got to think about these two men who were somebody's child, someone's brother, And that's what you've got to think about, those people that have lost their life.
Eddie Hearn brings a mix of relief and cautious optimism about Anthony Joshua's condition after the shocking car accident. While there are no major injuries reported, the situation highlights just how fragile life can be, even for someone at the peak of athletic performance. Fans are breathing a sigh of relief, but the trauma and emotional toll of surviving such a crash can't be underestimated. The fact that this accident occurred amid alleged sabotage by Jake Paul only amplifies the drama. Boxing insiders are now debating not just Joshua's physical recovery, but the legal and reputational consequences for Paul, turning this into one of the sport's most intense stories.
Hearing that he, doesn't look like he has any major injuries is true, and that would be fantastic, and obviously he'd be a very lucky boy if that was the case. But we hope that is the case.
Sonny Fuzz paints a stark picture of just how high the stakes were for Anthony Joshua, who faced unimaginable circumstances. From handling the global spotlight and major fights to surviving a near-fatal car crash, Joshua's resilience is on full display. The tragic loss of two close friends in the same accident makes the story even darker, showing how quickly fortune and life can change. Meanwhile, the Paul brothers' alleged involvement casts a shadow over what should have been a celebration of skill and fame. Fans are shocked, debates are raging, and the boxing world is left questioning not only the accident's circumstances, but the ethical boundaries of personal rivalries.
2 weeks ago, this guy's in front of the whole world. Netflix, millions of dollars, breaks Jake Paul's jaw in 2 places, decides to go back to Nigeria, almost dies. 2 of his closest friends pass away in the accident. You never know what days you...
Showbiz The Adult reports the chilling details of Anthony Joshua's car accident, emphasizing the uncertainty and chaos surrounding the incident. The SUV striking a stationary truck raises questions about timing, reaction, and potentially outside interference. Fans are pouring in support on social media, sending prayers and expressing shock over the life-threatening situation. Joshua, a global superstar, now faces not just physical recovery but the emotional aftermath of surviving such a traumatic event. The involvement of the Paul brothers has intensified scrutiny, turning what could have been a private recovery into a worldwide spectacle. Analysts and insiders are debating both the accident's causes and the responsibilities of everyone involved, while fans are left grappling with fear, outrage, and disbelief at how dangerously things unfolded.
Joshua's SUV struck the stationary truck. So I just want to give you guys the breaking news. Unfortunately, Anthony Joshua was involved in a car accident in Nigeria. Prayers to Anthony H.A. Joshua and his...
Tyson Fury's reaction adds another layer of shock and urgency to this unfolding saga. His surprise and concern highlight just how serious the situation with Anthony Joshua has become. The Paul brothers being under investigation only fuels the controversy, making it clear that this isn't just an accident. It's a scandal with legal, ethical, and emotional implications. Fans around the world are reacting with disbelief, discussing the dangers of such reckless behavior. Boxing insiders are scrutinizing every angle, from Joshua's miraculous survival to the potential fallout for Paul. Fury's statement underscores that even top champions are stunned, and the accident will have lasting consequences for everyone involved.
Christians, Muslims, Jews, Hindus, blacks, whites, Chineses, everybody on earth, this goes out to you. We are not divided. We are one peoples under God, united. That's what we are. Let no government, let no spokesperson, let no politician drive a wedge between humanity. Welcome your brothers and sisters as one. They are not your enemies. They are your brothers and sisters under God. We all came from Adam and Eve. In the beginning, everybody on earth. Remember that. Spread love, not hate. And spread peace, not war. All this talk of all the stuff that's going on, all the political stuff, trying to drive a wedge between humanity and God's children. Let us not go down that path. We are one, united under God in Jesus.
Owen Fury's heartfelt message captures the relief and shock the boxing world is feeling after Anthony Joshua's near-fatal car accident. His words emphasize just how fortunate Joshua was to survive and remind fans of life's fragility outside the ring. The Paul brothers' alleged sabotage looms over the incident, adding tension and anger across social media. Fury's support also reflects the solidarity within the boxing community, showing that despite rivalries and controversies, human life comes first. Fans are reacting emotionally, sharing prayers and support, while the spotlight now turns to the recovery and well-being of Joshua and his team. Fury's words are a sobering reminder that even champions are not invincible.
Be there for them and the family, anything they need. You know, sometimes when someone is a star, they have a lot of things in their life taken care of for them. So you really have to move into that mode in this situation as well. Make sure obviously they're getting the best medical attention, make sure their family are safe and happy and as happy as can be.
Showbiz. The adult delivers a cautious but critical account of the accident, highlighting the confusion and uncertainty surrounding Joshua's SUV striking the stationary truck. While details remain murky, the incident underscores the severity of the crash and the potential danger Joshua faced. Fans are analyzing every angle, especially considering the Paul brothers' alleged involvement, which has added another layer of controversy. This collision has not only left the boxing community in shock, but also sparked a wider discussion about responsibility and accountability. Joshua's survival is miraculous, and the focus now turns to recovery, investigations, and the emotional toll this incident has taken on everyone involved.
There was someone in the stationary truck. I'm not sure about that, so I'm not going to report on that, but the truck was stationary, and Anthony Joshua's SUV struck the station.
Alexander Usyk's reaction shows the human side of this tragedy, acknowledging not just Joshua's accident, but the devastating loss of his friends and teammates. Usyk's condolences highlight the deep bonds in the boxing community and the emotional impact this event has had beyond just the sport. Fans and fellow fighters are expressing solidarity, sharing prayers and support as Joshua begins his recovery. The incident also raises questions about the Paul brothers' alleged sabotage, turning a shocking accident into a major scandal. Usyk's words serve as both comfort and a reminder of the fragility of life, showing that even champions face moments of profound vulnerability.
Alexander Usyk said, "This is an unbelievable loss. Sinna at Latif are two incredible people who were not only part of AJ's team, but also friends. My sincere condolences to their families, loved ones, and everyone who knew them. Anthony Joshua, wishing you a speedy recovery. Stay strong, champion."
The aftermath of Anthony Joshua's car accident and the FBI's arrest of Jake Paul has shaken the entire boxing world. Fans are still in shock, debating the Paul brothers' role in what could have been a deadly incident. Joshua's survival is nothing short of miraculous, but the emotional and physical toll is immense, and the loss of his friends makes this tragedy even harder to process. Boxing legends, promoters, and insiders are speaking out, condemning reckless behavior and calling for accountability. Meanwhile, social media is on fire with theories, outrage, and support for Joshua. As investigations continue, one thing is clear: the stakes in this rivalry went far beyond the ring. Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think should happen to Jake Paul? How will this change the future of boxing? Comment below and let's discuss.